Good morning everyone, this is Mrs. Buddan with today's numeracy lesson. Today we are going to continue to practice our 3 times tables. Are you ready for your song?
2 or 3 times table song. It's as easy as can be. Harry, sing along with me. We will learn efficiently. I am sure you will agree. Let's start now, please. 1 3 is 3, and 2 3s are 6. 3 3s are 9. 4 3s are 12. 5 3s are 15, and 6 3s are 18. 7 3s are 21. 8 3s are 24. 9 3s are 27. 10 3s are 30. 11 3s are 33. 12 3s are 36. We have sang our 3s. We sang with ease. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 and 24, 27 and 30, 33 and 36. Now we sang our 3s. We sang with ease. It's time to sing along 2 or 3 times table song. It's as easy as can be. Harry, sing along with me. I'm sure you'll agree that it's time to test the 3s. Let's start now, please. 1 3 is, and 2 3s are. 3 3s are. 4 3s are. 5 3s are, and 6 3s are. 7 3s are. 8 3s up, 9 3s up, 10 3s up, 11 3s up, 12 3s up. We have sang our 3s. We sang with ease. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 and 24, 27 and 30, 33 and 36. Now we sang our 3s. We sang with ease.
Your learning target for today is I can divide by 3. These are the resources you will need for today. Paper and pencil from your learning packs, cubes, counters, marbles, if you have some, sweets, cakes, any practical material that will help you with your division today. Last lesson we looked at multiplying by 3. Here are some questions. Pause the video to see if you can answer them. Number 1, complete the calculations. 3 times 3, 3 times 6, 10 times 3 and 3 times 11. And then number 2, circle the multiples of 3, the numbers that are in the 3 times tables. And then number 3, here are some cubes. How many groups of 3 are there? Pause the video and answer these questions. Let's see how you got on. Number 1, complete the calculations. 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 times 6 equals 18, because we know 6 times 3 is also 18. 10 times 3 is 30, and 3 times 11 is 33, and 11 times 3 is also 33. I hope you got those correct because we have been practicing our 3 times tables. Number 2, circle the multiples of 3. And we know when we counted on in 3s from last lesson, we know that 6 is a multiple of 3, 15, 36 and 24. Well done if you remembered those. And here are some cubes. How many groups of 3s are there? There are 4 groups of 3. So, fantastic start if you got those questions correct. The children are playing a game and they need to divide themselves into 3 teams. Think about when we're outside and we are doing sports and we ask you to get into teams. These children need to divide themselves into 3 teams. How many will be in each team? Pause the video to have a think. Let's take a look. The children are playing a game and they need to divide themselves into 3 teams. There were 6 children altogether, and it asks you how many will be in each team. So when they divide themselves into 3 teams, there are 2 children in each team. Did you get that correct? How about this one? Now the children need to get into teams of 3. So how many teams of 3 will there be? Pause the video to have a think. There are 2 teams of 3 children. When 6 children have to get into teams of 3, there are 2 teams. Well done. When the 6 children divided themselves into 3 equal teams, there were 2 children in each team, if you can see. And when they grouped into teams of 3, there were 2 groups of 3 children. And you can see the division sentence there. 6 divided by 3, or 6 shared by 3, equals 2. And you can see that is the sign, the symbol for division. Here are 21 cakes. They are shared equally between 3 plates. So they are divided into 3 groups. Pause the video to think about how many will be in each group. Let's share our cakes to see how many there are on each plate. So 1, 2, 3, so we can put some more on. So I'm just going to keep sharing them until I have no cakes left. As you can see, I haven't got a variety of cakes, but they still look delicious. Let's just check that Mrs. Buddan is actually sharing these out equally. We can check in a moment and we can count how many's on each plate. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 21 cakes. We share them equally between 3 plates and there are 7 on each plate. As we've just mentioned, when we share the 21 cakes equally between 3 plates, there will be 7 cakes on each plate. And the division sentence is 21 divided by 3, and you can see the symbol for divide by equals 7. Now let's see what happens when we divide our cakes into groups of 3. So we need 3 on each. So I'm going to put 3 on there. Do we think we're going to get equal groups? 3 on there. And I'm going to put 3 on that one. 3 on that one. 3 on that one. Are we going to have enough? Oh yeah, and we've got 1 plate left. And we've got 3 on that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plates into groups of 3. Well done. So when the cakes were divided into groups of 3, there were 7 plates with 3 cakes on each plate. So 21 divided by 3 equals 7. Which bar model shows 30 divided by 3? In the first bar model, you can see there are 30 altogether and they are divided into groups of 3. And there are 10 groups. And in the second one, you can see it is 30 and we have 3 equal parts and there are 10 in each part. So 30 divided by 3 equals 10. Pause the video here to have a think about this question. Which numbers will divide exactly by 3? Have a look at those bar models and see which ones are going to divide exactly by 3. Let's take a look which numbers will divide exactly by 3. If we remember from our last lesson, when counting on in threes, we started with 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And our first one is 13, so that does not divide exactly by 3. Let's look at 33. Let's count on in threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33. So yeah, 33 would divide exactly 11 times because 11 times 3 is 33. Let's have a look at the number 23. Let's count in threes again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. So 23 does not come in the 3 times tables. So therefore 3 will not divide exactly into 23. Let's have a look at number 27. Let's count on in threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Yep, 27 will divide exactly by 3. And because 9 times 3 is 27. Did you get those correct? The baker has 24 tarts. He puts 3 tarts into each box. And you can see the division sentence there, 24 divided by 3. How many boxes can he fill? Now we can use a number line to count on in threes and to count back in threes. Let's take a closer look on the next slide. The baker has 24 tarts. He puts 3 tarts into each box and we can see our number sentence 24 divided by 3. So we start with 24 and we need to put them into groups of 3. So we can count on in threes until we get to 24. And remember we did our counting on in threes last lesson. So we go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Now how many jumps did it take us to get to 24? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many boxes can he fill? He can fill 8 boxes. We could also use our number line to count back, because we are taking away 3 each time. So we start with 24 and we take away 3. So this time, rather than counting on in threes, we're counting back in threes. So we start with 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, 0. And if we count those jumps, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 24 divided by 3, the answer is 8. Let's move that 8 there, and there is your answer. It is now your turn to try and answer the questions on the worksheets on the next 2 slides. Pause the video to answer each one. Pause the video here to answer the questions on this worksheet, and you can see in the first one the example has been done for you. So 12 divided by 3, and you can see the counters, they have divided them into 3 equal groups, and in each group the answer is 4. And then you need to write the related multiplication facts, that 3 times 4 equals 12 and 4 times 3 equals 12. So have a go with 8 divided by 2, 10 divided by 5, 20 divided by 10, 12 divided by 2, 9 divided by 3, and 15 divided by 5. And pause the video to answer the questions on your second sheet. Number 1, it says circle the counters in groups of 3 and then complete the division. You then need to circle the counters into 3 equal groups and complete the division sentence. And number 2, a word problem. There are 15 pieces of fruit. They are shared between 3 bowls equally. How many pieces of fruit in each bowl? You can use cubes, sweets, or anything to help you to share those out. And then in number 3, bubbles come in packs of 3. And if there are 21 bubbles altogether, how many packs are there? Good luck! Let's now see how you got on and look at the answers. So let's take a look at the answers. The first one, example was already done. Let's take a look. 8 divided by 2. So we need 2 equal groups, and we can see that there were 4 in each group. And the related multiplication facts are 4 multiplied by 2. 4 times 2 equals 8, and 2 times 4 equals 8. So can you see the relationship between the division and the multiplication? 10 divided by 5, so we want 5 equal groups. So split them into 5 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there were 2 in each group, so the answer was 2. And the related multiplication facts was 2 times 5 equals 10, and 5 times 2 equals 10. 20 divided by 10, this tells us we want 10 equal groups. So we divide them into 10 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there were 2 in each group, so the answer was 2. And the related multiplication factor is 10 times 2 equals 20, and 2 times 10 equals 20. 12 divided by 2, we want 2 equal groups, 2 groups, and there were 6 in each group. And the multiplication facts were 6 times 2 equals 12, and 2 times 6 equals 12. 9 divided by 3, we need 3 groups, and there were 3 in each group, so the answer was 3. And we know that 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 3 is 9. Doesn't really matter which way, we still get 3 times 3 equals 9. And the last one in there, 15 divided by 5, we want 5 equal groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can see there are 3 in each group. Oops, so the answer was 3. Mrs. Buddan's missed the answer from there. But we know that 5 times 3 equals 15, and 3 times 5 equals 15. Let's see if I can type that answer 3 in there. Oh, it's a big number, but there we go. So I hope you got all of those correct. If not, that you had a really good attempt and you managed to get some of them correct. Well done. Let's take a look at the answers for the second sheet. Number 1 asks you to circle the counters in groups of 3. So we needed to put them into groups of 3. And we can see they're in groups of 3, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there were 6 groups, so there were 18 altogether. Divided by 3 equals 6. Can you see that? And then it then asks you to circle the counters in 3 equal groups. So we've now got 3 equal groups, and there are 6 in each group. So 18 counters altogether. We divide them into 3 groups, and the answer is 6. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Then number 2, there are 15 pieces of fruit. They are shared between 3 bowls equally. How many pieces of fruit in each bowl? So 15 divided by 3, so there were 5 in each. So the answer was 5. And then number 3, bubbles come in packs of 3. If there are 21 bubbles altogether, how many packs are there? And this is the one where you could have counted on in 3s to 21. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And that would have given us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups altogether. So if there are 21 bubbles, how many packs are there? There are 7 packs altogether. If you would like to continue with dividing by 3, then why not work through the next set of questions for additional practice? Pause the video for each slide. Well done, everyone. You are now able to divide by 3. See you all next lesson. Stay safe and well.